Unity. Biafrans and lovers of Biafrans, lovers of IPOB all over the world, lovers of Eastern Security Network, lovers of Directorate of State of Biafra Land, the DOS, indeed, they are wise, and lovers of freedom. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to some of you according to your time zone, wherever you are watching me from. The voice you are hearing is the voice of Okija Biafra man, aka the Radical One. You see the topic, simple, part 2 of MNK Access Recovery. Let me behave like Rambo. On this very program, please, if you know every Nnamdi Kanu handle, tag yaya, even though I'm going to be giving you details what happened after the great Mazi Uda, the Italian National Coordinator, finished the program, and the next step that Nnamdi Kanu took yesterday night, we are going to be talking about it on this very program, and also telling you where Nnamdi Kanu have access, where he has properties, whether he bought the property for the side chick. Of course, all the side chick has become baby mama. We all have children in different countries. We're going to be talking about it. Both the properties in Asia, we're going to be talking about it on this very program. For those who are looking for evidence, and at this very critical time, you are a principal officer in IPOB, and you don't know where you belong in this very moment. I am ashamed of you. Most especially, a national coordinator of a country that doesn't know where you belong. You don't want to wrong Nnamdi Kanu. Why? It's Kanu that appended to Nnamdi Kanu. So therefore, let me be playing double game. I am ashamed of you. An innocent Biafrans who has been killed, slaughtered for the sake of IPOB and Biafra freedom, they are ashamed of you. You are afraid of your fellow man. Every one of you are scared of Nnamdi Kanu. A man like you, with 2 hands, 2 legs, Obukokumba, Ibukokumba. Why are you afraid? Because in your mind, you know he can do and undo. To you, not to us. We have sworn oath to do the right thing, even though we pay with our life. You see that bitter truth? We have sworn oath to speak it out to the public. Biafrans, please share this very program to every platform, especially in Biafra land that Nnamdi Kanu is trying to penetrate so hard with everything he has by giving bribe. You don't ask a question. If Nnamdi Kanu is doing the right thing, why will Nnamdi Kanu calling you to give you money to support him? Why will Nnamdi Kanu giving you bribe for you to support him? Why? The funny part, there are people that I thought I look up to them. I heard their name. Some of them I know them by their faces. But I'm disappointed in them. But I'm not going to be calling their names. The time is coming for that. Because there is fire on the mountain. Run, 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 run. Are you going to wait for the fire of Nnamdi Kanu to consume you? Because you are afraid. Because you hate truth. Because if you speak the truth, Nnamdi Kanu and his siblings will set your village ablaze. Okija, ha ga na Okija na. Obiya na emere onu, they should go to Okija. Huh? That's why you must be proud of your village. That is no go area. Even the Nigerian army understand that Okija is no go area. So when we come to speak, we know what is behind us. A very wonderful village where the power lies. That's why we are not afraid to speak the truth. It doesn't matter how you see me. You can criticize me how you care. But Nnamdi Kanu that I'm talking about is always sending people to persuade me. But Nnamdi Kanu don't know you. Nnamdi Kanu don't know you. That is the reason I want to appreciate some countries. Just give me a minute. I want to appreciate some countries. I know this thing is very far away from here, but I'm going to get it to appreciate these countries in Asia. Just give me a minute. Share the program. Don't forget. It's all about access recovery. Man recover access. I use up good access in Kenyan Gigi. If you Biafra television or why? Which date? Just give me, just share the program, please. I just want to bring this Asia form and talk about it. And give these men who are fearless, not not to John Nnamdi Kanu. What position do you hold? I say I'm a national coordinator. Nnamdi Kanu says he's going to slaughter my family. And I thought so. What is it? I know it's very far away, but I need to do this. I need to do this because I will finish from Asia. From Asia, I will now descend to Europe. From Europe, I will now move down to Africa. To the American continent of Osh. We are going a long way on this very program. Just use this to give these men who deserve these praises, who know what freedom is all about. About the Kanu make the national coordinator. And so now may forget some countries. So I saw maybe I'm going to be going through the countries. So what you need to do is to share the program. I know it's very far away from this very group I belong. This is a wonderful group where you get all the message. That group working on. As you are joining us, please share the program. Nnamdi Kanu demanding for access. Oh, you use a Bemera account. Bob Umuchineke. Mama Gafe any one. Mama Gafe. I got a bad me. Share the program. Because I know the name of Africa, I don't recall, but this Asia. I don't want to make mistake. Even though I asked somebody to send it to me now, it's very difficult for me to get it because I don't have internet on this second phone now. What you need to do, continue to share the program, Let's see a lot of people before we begin to bring you where Nnamdi Kanu has access, where our money is being spent. So continue to share the program. Oh God. Please share the program. Very, very important. I think I'm going to start a program like this. It's okay. We are back. Please share the program. Let me try to charge this phone. Okay. Now, Biafrans, on this very program, we are going to be giving kudos to different Asia countries, national coordinators. Kudos to the Indian national coordinator for a job well done by standing with the leadership of IPOB at this very critical time. Kudos to Japan national coordinator and his team, IPOB Japan. When I say Japan national coordinator or India national coordinator, I'm talking about IPOB India, IPOB Japan, IPOB South Korea, IPOB Hong Kong, IPOB China, IPOB Vietnam, IPOB Malaysia, IPOB Sri Lanka, IPOB Cambodia. That is the reason I want to have the listing, but I don't have it now. So kudos to IPOB Asia as they come together to do the needful by standing with IPOB leadership. We move down to our Africa country. Kudos to IPOB South Africa, standing with the leadership, IPOB Ghana, IPOB Senegal, IPOB Burkina Faso, IPOB Ivory Coast, IPOB Togo, IPOB Benin Republic, IPOB Morocco, IPOB Egypt. Please remind me about countries. Under their memo, come to Europe. The first national coordinator that I do the needful is the German national coordinator. Kudos to IPOB Germany by standing with the leadership. IPOB Switzerland, Mazi did the broadcast. IPOB UK by Chief Nazi Nwokoro. IPOB Ireland, Dublin, where the national coordinator did a broadcast. Kudos to IPOB Italy, Mazi KK did a broadcast, standing with the leadership. We all know where it stands right from time. IPOB Spain, IPOB I must not talk about countries that I'm not aware of them. So I can talk about countries that I'm not aware of them. I will talk about countries that have seen their memo. That is a fact. So I don't want to double into the country that I don't see their memo. So that is that. Going to South America, which is American continent, talking about the IPOB USA, IPOB Brazil. Kudos to them for a job well done. Going to the land of Biafra, and every state in Biafra land have already issued their memo where they stand, even though the national coordinator of Biafra land has already issued a memo standing with the IPOB leadership to tell you that they believe in this very leadership. But suddenly, Nnamdi Kanu, as I begin to dish money out to people, is using money. If you don't call your country name, please, you must go to your national coordinator to ask why. That is what you need to do. That we don't see a memo from your national coordinator. Please pardon me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's the country. I see their memo because the fact is that some national coordinators are hiding. They are hiding. That is the fact. They are they are not going to like it, but these are the truth. These are the truth. They don't want to come outside. They don't know where they belong. They belong to Nnamdi Kanu, but they are deceiving themselves. But I'm not going to be talking about that. But I just want to appreciate those national coordinators and his IPOB countries where they reside, who have done, just did the needful by standing with this very leadership. And those who are continuing to hide, continue to be living in denial as usual. So I know when you watch this very broadcast, it's not going to go down with you. But I don't really care because we speak the truth and we believe in the truth. If you are an IPOB, any country you reside, and you have never seen memo that you can publish by your national coordinator, please do the needful by calling them. Who are you standing? Are we standing with this leadership, or you are for Nnamdi Kanu? So if you know you are an IPOB and you stand with the leadership and your national coordinator refuse to do the needful, you can also call into the program where we open the line if it's necessary to say you are IPOB from so country. Since your national coordinator refused to come outside and be bold to speak the truth, down the consequences, just call your name and say this is where you stand. So yes, we have a hard course, but name of national coordinator so that is that. Now, Biafrans, let's start the program as usual. On this very program, we are going to be talking about Nnamdi Kanu, who is talking about access recovery. Radio Biafra is part of Nnamdi Kanu access recovery, right? Biafran television is part of Nnamdi Kanu access recovery, right? The Office of Indigenous People of Biafra in Germany, Bremen, is part of Nnamdi Kanu access recovery. The House of Office of Indigenous People of Biafra in Malaga, Spain, is part of Nnamdi Kanu access recovery, right? We understand. And the building we have in Italy that was bought by IPOB leadership with a little tickle they control at this very moment is part of Nnamdi Kanu access recovery. IPOB community radio, including every platform that belongs to indigenous people of Biafra, is part of Nnamdi Kanu access recovery. Nnamdi Kanu, I know you are watching me. After the broadcast of Mazi Ogoda yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu, he was cautioned not to break his phone because indeed Mazi exposed a lot of things. Of course, I'm going to do a lot of things here on this very broadcast. And the caution Mazi Kanu not to break the phone. And that yesterday night at 12:30 a.m., the lawyers, departed to Sokoto. So probably they are in Sokoto since this morning. Nnamdi Kanu, some of them, but before he summoned them, he called a group call where he was bitter. Nnamdi Kanu was bitter, calling Darlington all manner of names. He was calling Darlington. What I'm saying to you, we are not here to gaslight our people. We are here to tell you how Nnamdi Kanu feel on daily basis when you expose Nnamdi Kanu hidden access, secret in different countries of the world. Of course, that is what I'm about to do this very evening. So what you need to do is to share the program. Nnamdi Kanu said, this is what we are born to do, to speak the truth and then the consequences. He's the one that taught me what I'm doing. He said we must speak the truth at all times, regardless who is concerned. Since he concerned Nnamdi Kanu, am I going to stop? because it's concerned Nnamdi Kanu, I will quit. No. We want to restore a transparent nation. And we must use Nnamdi Kanu as an example. Not only as an example, as a scapegoat, since he refused to repent. Underlining what I said, I'm not saying he's a goat. No. Every country that fought for their freedom, majority of them use those who fought for the freedom for them to set example. That is the reason you go to a lot of countries in the world where you reside, there is no corruption. Even though corruption is there, maybe 10%. But in the zoo called Nigeria, the corruption there is 1 trillion %. So, as you reside in Western world, you have Canadian passport, German passport, Switzerland passport, Italian passport, Spain passport, Hungary, Poland, Ireland, UK, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Greece, Belgium, Luxembourg, Norway, Finland, Iceland, right? Malta, you have this passport. Japan, Korea, you have this passport. And you have lived there for decades. You see how the government is transparent. Nnamdi Kanu came on board as a freedom fighter. You join. He began to preach all manner of sermon, wonderful melody as a gospel. And he once told you that we must speak the truth at all costs, regardless who is concerned, regardless who is involved. Now, the table turn around. He now involve that man that was preaching in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You say no. We don't need to expose what he's doing in secret. Where we must not expose him is because of his Nnamdi Kanu. But if it's another person, we can expose them. And you have British passport, German passport, Canadian passport. You have a manner of passport. And you are one of the top leading principal officers in your country. Your members are looking up to you as a national coordinator, deputy national coordinator, mobilizing officer, state coordinator, zonal coordinator. You begin to twist it. I am telling you, pump and play without fear or favor. I am ashamed of you. Because you see truth. Eziokwu ifuru ya. Isimba. Ekunia. Maka ngini. Na onye o metụtara bụ Nnamdi Kanu. Ibio n'obodo oyibo. Ahọ n'one. 20 years, 30 years. A na-echu whiter than white. Na-eti mkpu whiter than white. Orize mgbe eme ihe whiter than white ha, idizie compromise isi mba. Na ọ bụrụ na nke a mba whiter than white ya kwụsịgodi. Maka ngịnị na onye mere involve, na onye o metụtara, na onye ọ gbasatara bụ Nnamdi Kanu. Na anyị ekwu ya. Ifere gị na-eme m. Ifere gị na-eme m. I know you are watching me. You are watching me. These are the games that some of you are playing. Fearless national coordinators. Fearless. When I say fearless national coordinators have delivered their memo. And the world know where they stand. They stand with the leadership of IPOB, known as the Directorate of State of Biafra Land. These are men that believe in institution. And these men stand with them. Up to today, it can have a kiri. Oh, Kija Biafra man. Kija Biafra man. Do I blame you? No. Do you merit that position? No. Who make you national coordinator? Kanu Takano and Nnamdi Kanu. We are seeing you. I'm not going to be calling name of countries, but I have a few countries that they know I know. But I'm not going to go into them. Even some of them that are trying to release fake memo. Ndị Igbo. No wonder Nnamdi Kanu say ndị Igbo no have the problem. I'm a for go for ya. Mono ụmụ anụ ya no in our midst. Zombies. Once it's concerned the person they hate, they say bring it to the public. Once it's concerned, no, don't bring it to the no. How are you sure this evidence? Okay, the Biafra man is always giving, but as I'm speaking, Nnamdi Kanu is here. That our leader is here. Because of the topic. Now, on now. Now, Judalente. These are the part of the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is lamenting. Again, why he want to destroy China Saworu by armies. You ask, what is the crime of Mazi China Saworu? No crime. No crime. The only crime, he went to Africa to gather every information, what happened to his own leader. That is the only crime. All we have is a crime that the leadership committed. The leader was abducted. And what led to the abduction? They want to know. They begin to trace where the passport landed. Because it's a British passport. They trace it. They now discover unbelievable, mind-blowing activities of so-called alleged leader of a freedom fighter. And it's not going down well with Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nnamdi Kanu knows that is a very big weapon. But we are here to set the record straight. No fear. Why we must continue to speak for the sake of men and women, boys and girls, including children and unborn children that have been slaughtered. Pregnant women have been slaughtered by Simon and Eber. Some of them are 3 months old pregnancy. Some of them are 6 months old pregnancy. Some of them are 8 months being killed in the market. Are you going to talk about IPOB members that have been slaughtered? Overhead Bridge, Mpo, Iguacha, Aba High School. Are you going to talk about the massacres up to this day? No. Are you going to talk about Operation Python Dance in Afadokwibeko? From the junction to the end of Israel Kanu house. That is the reason. And when they come to me, they say, no, they will pass. He has continued to speak. Achubage. Biafrans, matters arising, access recovery by Nnamdi Kanu as Gosifi continue to send email threatening people. Oh, into a Gosifi. Oh, one tonton mari. Mwotia. Ntaisi. Eziani na po. Nene Gosifi. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu. Bye. I will no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na meeting na. I won't believe it. But because that Nnamdi Kanu is the one calling broadcasters. Once you have a very big page, Nnamdi Kanu will call you. He called one of our brothers in Ghana, known as Biafran Child, that has about 218,000 followers. Up there, live and direct. The Biafran Child in Ghana, Nnamdi Kanu, he called him to give him all sorts of hope, lies to carry out. And I go on Nnamdi Kanu na tuturu phone na akpọ mmadụ. Unu adịghị ekweta. Mgbe e play this voice ya na, ịpụtakwasị Okija. Okija, he never reached like that now. He has never come to that to play the voice. Mana ị na-achọkwa evidence o. A na-enyekwa evidence, na-enye gị proof. Isi mba. And ọ nọ ebe ọ nọ na-ashị. So na ya makwa na ụmụ anụ ya akọ na their miss. Onye ndu, you are right. Ụmụ anụ ya ka nọ na our miss. They are still much around us. It will take time for them to be delivered. Some of them will not be delivered because n'ijiji ka ha bụ. Ha ga-eso ozu wee ba n'ime ala. There is no two ways about it. Biafrans, let's bring you where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have access. And after the first time, I will be analyzing it bit by bit. It's our program. And if Nnamdi Kanu want access recovery, we first of all start from Nnamdi Kanu. Number one, Nnamdi Kanu must show us those lobby firms he claimed to be lobbying with 86,000 or 200,000 US dollars every month. Number two, Nnamdi Kanu must account for all those money I see in German court that day being withdrawn in thousands of euros. Nnamdi Kanu must account for our money in South Africa. Nnamdi Kanu must account for our money in America. Is access recovery. But remember that Nnamdi Kanu was busy telling us IPOB does not belong to him, to his family. It doesn't belong to Nnamdi Kanu. It belongs to us. That Biafra doesn't belong to him. It belongs to us. But Kanu just drop a bombshell. Go to the page. He said, if the IPOB is their family business, so what? So what? So what? To tell you that the only thing that Nnamdi Kanu was doing on Radio Biafra is to tell you those sweetest words. Wonderful statement to grab our money. But believe me, for me to go obara. This is blood money. The money that IPOB has contributed has become a blood money. Why? Some IPOB members who were in their sick bed paying monthly dues, paying every levy, they are no more. Some IPOB members who were hawkers in Biafra land, where Biafra land was paying dues. Some of them are languishing, some of them are no more. It become a total blood money that you don't eat in secret. Let's go, please. Share the brokers.
MNK is talking of asset recovery. I hope we are going to recover the house that worth over $600,000 he bought in Kenya, furnished with over $150,000. I hope we are going to recover the Porsche Cayenne 2021 model he was using to competing with Ria Odinga. For Kenya president, what of 2 Audi he shipped from UK to Kenya? What the 2 apartment he bought in Kilimani, Nairobi, and 1 for his 8 chick? What of the house he bought for the side chick and her mother in Nakuruma, Kenya, where the lady is currently hiding any time he has problem with Nnamdi? What of the house he bought for the Ethiopia girlfriend and the car he bought for her with IPOB money? Are we going to recover them? What his lives stay in Seychelles, Kigali and Tanzania? Since he wants us to recover asset, what of IPOB fund in Germany, the one he banked in Switzerland, and Singapore? What of IPIB fund in USA? We must recover all those assets.
Nnamdi Kanu have invested indigenous people of Biafra money. When I say that Nnamdi Kanu is worse than pastors, some of you think I want to talk. When I say that Nnamdi Kanu is worse than governors, every one of the governors is worse than them. In fact, politicians in general, in Biafra land, Nnamdi Kanu is worse than them. There is a country called Seychelles. It's an island. They use the money called Seychelles rupee. A very wonderful island. I think their passport is #1 in Africa. Nnamdi Kanu has property there. It has property in Cape Verde Island. Is in West Africa. But they don't behave like West African people. Not that only Nnamdi Kanu bought house in Kenya. He bought house for the mother of the current baby mama. And IPOB members are languishing in prison. Some of them even have all kinds of disease as I speak to you. If you see IPOB members in Wawa Barrack, you will shed tears. The only thing you are going to see is their head, their body, their stomach is gone. Only that head you are going to see to recognize that this person is a human being. Nnamdi Kanu was busy enjoying life, using a country money that was contributed by asylum seekers. That was contributed by our brothers and sisters who want to go back to their land. With a little one they have made in different countries they stay, they want to go back, but they can't go back. The only way they can go back is to fight for Biafra freedom, where they will now go and invest without going to Sokoto, Meduguri, to go and collect license from one Alhaji before they will invest in their land. That is the reason doctors, engineers, nurses, police, military, bankers, bus drivers, train drivers, pilots, name them, join this struggle from different countries where they reside. Brought out their money. And if you ask me, how did Nnamdi Kanu manipulate doctors, lawyers, engineers, do away with their brain? The name is Biafra. If Nnamdi Kanu will hijack IPOB from the original founders, like Dr. Barrister Emeka Emekesere and the former justice, the former chief judge of Enugu State, who was the leader of Biafran Supreme Council of Elder as IPOB. Look at their cabinet by them. The lower person there is doctor. Oh, lawyer, engineer, doctor, and ex-military. Nnamdi Kanu jide ha. Wawa haka. Napata IPOB journalist. That is the reason Kanu said to you. It is a family business. What is that? And so what? Because why? Nnamdi Kanu found IPOB, registered it as a family business, the inheritance of Kanus. But one thing he plays so well that he continued to manipulate us by telling us that very statement that touches the heart. Today he has summoned the lawyers. JCI Onyuku, they are all in Sokoto now. But Fanboy is in Europe now. He has already fled. Fanboy is coming to Europe to buy property. He's not seeking asylum. He's coming to buy property. He's going to buy a house. Probably 500,000 euro. And they will give him a citizenship automatically. Abro, what the white people call monkey they walk, babu they shop. And some people are still waiting for evidence. They can achieve evidence. And you are one of those that your countries are looking up to. As a national coordinator, you become the president of indigenous people of Biafra in that country you reside. I don't know if you are aware of this. I don't know as a national coordinator that you are the president of indigenous people of Biafra. You are the representative of indigenous people of Biafra. The countries where you reside look up to you, including the Biafran citizens there who are members of IPOB. And what do you tell them? Nah, I don't believe. Oh. And some of your members in your country have evidence of what we are talking about. And the national coordinator is still beating around the bush, hiding like green snake under the green grass. Madamaraniru Gwampetenazo. Is it how we are going to restore Biafra? With the hypocrisy? Huh? Now, once it's in Nnamdi Kanu, no go there. No, don't go there. It's in Nnamdi Kanu, don't go there. Don't talk about it. But once it's another person, yeah, we can tell you, yeah, it's true. Where is Yoku? Yeah. Nnamdi Kanu, ekwutekwu n'okwu Nnamdi, ịmakwa na ọ Messiah ka ọ bụ, ịmakwa na ọ wa Savior. Onye na-ekwu okwu a, ofu mkpụrụ sense na-anwụ anwụ atụgbu this kind of man that think this way. You have listened to the audio I play. This is where Nnamdi Kanu has access. And he's watching. He knows what we are saying is the truth. He also knows that we have gullibles, chaff, zombies, www.mumu.com in our midst. Omungwarongwaka, who are afraid to speak the truth. If him are powerful, we'll be confessing that he's being threatened by Nnamdi Kanu on daily basis. Am I powerful? Nnamdi Kanu call him powerful. He call him powerful. From Sokoto to go to Darlington platform. Before the broadcast that very day, Nnamdi Kanu call him powerful 3 good times. When Darlington has already been on air, try to call him powerful. Powerful don't want to go to the program because I must say the truth. Nnamdi Kanu call him powerful again. Yebuoya and him powerful become afraid. He decided to go, even though him powerful is a that is why he say him powerful, and he could not be able to say in the program. These are the lands that Nnamdi Kanu have gone. Nnamdi Kanu have gone far. Him powerful is alive. As I'm speaking it now, I said it. Why I'm speaking the way I speak, in case of if it's word that will involve deity. You know, some people, they will tell you, as I'm a Christian, you say, no, I forbid it. It's against my religion. No, it's not us. If you are telling lie, that is where you will cover up that is against your religion. Nnamdi Kanu is the person that caused problem between Imapoafo and the leadership. Nnamdi Kanu is the one that sidelined Imapoafo not to be reaching out to the leadership. With threatening, with killing. Because Imapoafo know that Nnamdi Kanu can do it. You know. But this is the same Nnamdi Kanu telling you, if you kill Biafra, Biafra will not come. But look at the name, Imapoafo. You thought he's a powerful man. Imapoafo and Nnamdi Kanu, they should be mates, or Imapoafo is older than Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu with the intimidation. This intimidation will never work in our time. If it is this intimidation of killing, only use, not be where we did. And you know go work where this leadership did. But some of them want Nnamdi Kanu. Come kwa mumu kindozo. Ono sino ke ebubo nwaye. Nnamdi Kanu, you understand? I'm not going to understand that. We are not backing down. But he's trying to, play the last card. By saying that he's going to use the money of IPOB to fight IPOB and its leadership. And up in this very minute, some people don't know where they stand though. They are afraid. As a man, it's very clear that the Bible made it clear. It's appointed to man to die after death, judgment. No. Something must kill a man. You know that the Kanu family, they think they are the only one that have monopoly about violence. That is the reason they always come with the threat of killing. Anybody that refuses to do their bid, they will tell you, we will kill you. And they will carry out that threat. But this time, violence go meet violence. Because why they are doing this, if they do it, they will go scot-free. That is the reason they continue with violence. But if they do it to somebody, probably maybe national coordinator of a country, something happened in a village, the next thing that people should approach the village of Nnamdi Kanu, Afaruku-Ibeko, don't touch Afaruku-Ibeko citizen. Enter the house of Emmanuel Kanu that he built, set it ablaze. That is the only thing that will stop Nnamdi Kanu for threatening and killing people. But if you continue, they threaten you. If it happens, they will say, no, let leave it. Let Biafra there before you begin to judge some individual. We must judge them now. That is the reason now they cannot understand the game now that we are ready. Okay? Violence also. It has all gone on some people. Even somebody that called Somto. Every one of you knows Somto. They abandoned Somto for years. Are you aware that Nnamdi Kanu call Somto? And they give Somto some few money. Let me just put the figure. $500,000. I had a equation. A guy POB can Nnamdi Kanu Janus POB. A guy Janus POB. Onye kwuo isi ya with evidence. Gami iti Somto kwemu ya. Ego ne ka Nnamdi Kanu nyere ya. Igbona ka ikwu okwu maka na anyị gba the camera. Ka anyị kwuo okwu ka anyị nwee view. Eji nye akpa ego. Facebook ọ na-enye m 1 kobo. Ọ na-enye m 1 cent. Mana ọ bụrụ ọdị Biafra ka Nnamdi Kanu chọrọ iweta aka m na ya. That's why I made the denounce that oath to take in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. If I want to take oath, I will take oath in the name of Biafra and the institution known as the Directorate of State. Because Directorate of State has come to stay to eternity. Oga apu n'enu ụwa ti uwe mebie. Enwota Biafra aka ya na-enwu Directorate of State. Oya ka ya na-enwu. Oya ya bụ the Parliament of indigenous people of Biafra. You can use the name of the Parliament, the Directorate of State, to take oath. You can use the name of Biafra to take oath. The name of Nnamdi Kanu you take oath to be Nigwe Nkata. Mbebere akagbu onye na amagama. Amagama. Now, let's analyze this audio bit by bit.
MNK is talking of asset recovery.
MMK is talking about asset recovery. Who is MNK? Nnamdi Kanu, the ex-leader of indigenous people of Biafra. A man that make away with millions of dollars that belong to indigenous people of Biafra, if not billions of dollars. Is the one talking about what? Asset recovery. What is the asset recovery that Nnamdi Kanu is talking about? The Radio Biafra, he once told us to abandon, that he has been bought over. And he opened another radio through his siblings and signed it. The asset recovery of Nnamdi Kanu talking about is Biafran Television Europe. That when Nnamdi Kanu was around, the former national coordinator of Italy collected thousands of euros to open the radio to the TV. He shared the money with Nnamdi Kanu brother. Nnamdi Kanu is aware. The assets recovery that Nnamdi Kanu is talking about is the indigenous people of Biafra head office in Germany, Bremen. Nnamdi Kanu wants us to give it back to his brothers. The assets recovery that Nnamdi Kanu is talking about, the office of indigenous people of Biafra in Malaga. Nnamdi Kanu wants us to give it to his siblings. The asset of that Nnamdi Kanu is talking about is a building that the Directorate of State bought in the asset of Nnamdi Kanu that has millions upon millions of euros in his custody. He refused to use it to invest for the Biafra sake. Rather, he chose to invest buttocks of ladies, young, old, top. The asset that Nnamdi Kanu is talking about is IPOB Community Radio and every platform that belongs to indigenous people of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu wants us to hand over everything to his siblings. That is the access. But now, let's listen to the access of Nnamdi Kanu, the indigenous people of Biafra, access that is within Nnamdi Kanu. Indigenous people of Biafra, property that is in hand of Nnamdi Kanu. Money that belongs to us that they used to invest in different countries. Both Africa, Asia, and Europe.
I hope we are going to recover the house that worth over $600,000
I hope we are going to recover the house that worth $600,000. Convert $600,000 to Naira at this very moment. You know, it's going, if it's not 1 billion Naira, convert it. Convert it. We are going to recover that. $600,000.
he bought in Kenya.
I hope we are going to recover that in Nnamdi Kanu. The house we bought in Kenya. $600,000 whipping dollars. I hope we're also going to recover the 150,000 US dollars that he used to, you know, equip the house. That is 750,000 US dollars. Nnamdi Kanu. Ije chakwa na ejo foro go no. Agwara m gị na yero no nke ito ọtọ no ebe a ka ị nọ ọtọ. Nke a bụ n'ogo iri ya. Mazi. You are my leader. And if I don't tell my leader the truth, that means that I'm a coward. I'm not going to be those cowards that lick the ass, the anus, the oten of Nnamdi Kanu and his siblings. No. Only you know that what I'm saying is the truth. Your brothers know what I'm saying is the truth. Your lawyers currently know what I'm saying is true. That is why they say, if they say something, IPOB will be destroyed. Because what they wanted to do, that is a law Ejimako. He say if he says something, IPOB will be destroyed. It's about exposing Nnamdi Kanu. Every lifestyle of Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu push a law Ejimako out, you will hear horrible. You will see it. Let's continue to listen.
Furnished with over $150,000.
He bought the house, $600,000 US dollar. He furnished the house, $150,000 US dollars. Calculate $150,000 US dollars that I used to furnish house. It's almost 300 million or 200 something million naira to furnish house. Yes, you furnish your own. Yes, you go see a property. It's because I'm using my phone. I could calculate it. Only furniture. And that's not 200 something million naira. Mano mo Igbo. Batara IPOB. nọ na nga na-erekasị na-ebe akwa na-eti mkpu ngaramarakwa nwada nwaanyị ọma n'oge ndewo, you're welcome. Nnamdi Kanu enwe obi to tell you the wickedness of Nnamdi Kanu. When Benjamin Madibogo and our brother Brian Chimezi and 3 others were granted bail some years ago, if I hear Joffa asked Nnamdi Kanu, they are 5 in number and it's 10 million naira, whose is their bail. Nnamdi Kanu said there is no money. But Nnamdi Kanu was in charge of millions of dollars. Ọ bụ na ọ bụ ebe a na-eti amụ, Nnamdi Kanu na-ewepụta ego. Ọ bụrụ na ihe bụ ọkpụọ n'ara nwa obere ike, Nnamdi Kanu na-ewepụta ego na. Onye abụ ọfụrụ nwaanyị sie rice na-anụ, Nnamdi Kanu bụ ọfụrụ nwaanyị sie rice. Nnamdi Kanu fụ nwaanyị awa na-amụ ya pịrị ama maọbụ virgin ka ọ bụ. Ọ mụọ na nwa onye Ghana mụrụ nwa, ọ nụrụ nwaanyị onye be anyị. Nnamdi Kanu ibu ọra n'ike, ọra krịpụtụ eji ọra krịpụtụ wee mụ na ihe eji ọfọ ji kpọọ ọgụ na grant go mmadụ 5 mana ya wetazi 10 million each person. The money was there with Nnamdi Kanu to tell you the stupidness and the foolishness of Madibogo. Is that well? Nnamdi Kanu said there's no money. Because why? Everybody spend their Ghana. They are all men. They don't have V. Obuna anwo V n'okpuru. Oya sangba marry a passport. Marry a passport. Just marry a passport. Go Biafra. Anamase. The Kanu family. Eji iyo orira we mu ni iye ma nwoke ma nwaanyị. Unu enwero single control. Ụmụ nwoke nọ n'ime ya ha fụ ana nwaanyị amụ ana agba egwu. Ụmụ nwaanyị nọ n'ime ya ha fụ ana nwoke awa ọtọrịrịrị. Nwanne Nnamdi Kanu nke nwaanyị ihe ji shụọ dia gate man na afarụkwa ibeko na-asị na the gate man na-eje enye information na nwanne Nnamdi Kanu nke nwaanyị na-ebute ụmụ nwoke 3 mbọsị ọ ya ebute obute 3 nke a na-akpọ threesome. Nnamdi Kanu na-aga Malaysia o buru threesome, ọ ga Thailand o buru threesome, nwaanyị nwaanyị anọ ya na Igbo na-ebu threesome, ọ na-ebu 5 some. Ana m asị nwaanyị na-ebu unu 5 some ka ihe o ji eme ofu nwaanyị ụmụ nwoke 5. Ana m ndị abụ nkịta ọ ya ka o ji buru ego anyị wee na ebe Nnamdi Kanu bụ ụmụ nwaanyị. It's very sad. Ewemchi nwụ na kidnap this man. Ewemchi nwụ for nothing sick, for foolishness. Now, amamno ya nete eji kidnap ya. Amamniye eji kidnap Nnamdi Kanu bụ na maka ike nwaanyị, maka ife ụtọ. Ọtọ karịa gị ha yes ị nọrọ no 15 minutes. Ewu ana like this ji anya efu ogo. Akpọ m na-asị na onye bụ virgin nwaanyị o nwoke ka ọ na-eme ahụ na-atọrịrịrịrị, mana nke a bụ old man na-achụkwu. Nnamdi Kanu very soon ọ na-atọ ya na Nnamdi Kanu akarigo 60 na. All 60 something. Mana ahụ ka na-atị ya ka chuga. That is it. The thing is that Otoro Korobia, there is no money when Nnamdi Kanu was growing up. We did not live this kind of life. So this is the time to live the life now. That's why Igbo adage says, akwụna akwụna ofu ogeri adịa na mba, akwụna akwụna ibu ọnụ, is a very powerful adage. Ofu ogeri adịa na mba, akwụna akwụna ibu ọnụ. The meaning is that if there is no Arabanco man in the community, Okpomiliki, known as Achalugo, they will go hungry. So there must be an Arabanco man. Let's continue to listen, please.
I hope we are going to recover the Porsche Cayenne 2021 model.
I hope we are going to recover the Porsche Cayenne 2021 model that was sold to Wale Odinga, who also contested as the president of Kenya during the time of Uhuru Kenyatta. I hope we're also going to discover our assets in Germany. If you don't know, you must speak. If one Nnamdi Kanu is planning for every one of us to succeed, if you like, have British passport, have Japan passport, have Korea passport, have American passport, you will be deported as an IPOB member. While we are speaking, when the time comes, we will present our video. Go and see where I was condemning it. All those where we were supporting, we are not aware. When we were aware, we condemn. I mean, when you were aware, what do you do? I condemn it. We distance ourselves from the current men and women created by Simon Eba and the family of Kanus as unknown government, Liberation Army, Omooma, Shabbat Shalom, Motherland Security Outfit. You must speak, oh, you like it, man. And I don't want to speak, and Nnamdi Kanu will kill me. The women in this struggle are better than the men. The women in this struggle. But there is one of our sisters in a group I belong to. Promised Land. There are almost two of the three there. If you see the way they speak, you say, wow, these are women, ordinary people member, speaking like this. Where some men who are national coordinator, down. Kwa dona m nke ọzọ mbọsị ojere ọcha je mee kọpị de ndị mmadụ ya kwefuru isi rego anyị nọ n'ime ya aghụghọ ka nkwụ onwe ndị ya bụ ifo ha eto ogologo gbaa dị mkpa ime gị ife ụdị ọsọ a ga-agba. Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'ime nga a na-atụ ya ụjọ, ha na-ama piripiri. I don't want to wrong Nnamdi Kanu. These are some of the statements some national coordinators of country are saying. I don't want to wrong Nnamdi Kanu. I don't want to wrong Nnamdi Kanu. Meaning you want to wrong the US. And you want me to hear this kind of statement and keep quiet. Unu na ha achọ m okwu. Amasakwa m niile. Unu chọrọ ka picture unu pụta na my program. Line all ya up. Ka the countries ha. Unu chọrọ ya. Mmemekwu ya. Ha yesi ebe akwa. Ama m ebe ya ebere akwa wee je. Unu ya kwụsị ihe ọjọọ. Atọba ụtọ. ewepụ aghụghọ. Unu abụ anụ elu, unu abụ anụ ala, ka anụ unu nke unu bụ. Unu abụkwa anụ mmiri a na-akpa azụ. You must stand as a man and condemn evil. The statement that come for Kanu Takano, you think Kanu Takano make it up? Nnamdi Kanu said, go and say it. Go and put it as a write-up. If your IPOB is a family business, and so what? And so what? You think that the statement is coming for Kanu Takano? Nnamdi Kanu not for Kanu Takano. Oh, no, G. That is the reason when I went to Hero Day in Italy, I spoke with Lolo. I said, Lolo, as a spiritual man that I am, I said, something is wrong somewhere. Nnamdi Kanu is afraid of Kanu Takano. Nnamdi Kanu is afraid of Kanu Takano Ujo. Why is there to Kanu Takano Ujo? Kanu Takano was running IPOB when Nnamdi Kanu was around. Kanu Takano will recommend somebody to Nnamdi Kanu. It's not part of DOS and Nnamdi Kanu discussion. Nnamdi Kanu will go to Radio Biafra and go and do the bid of Kanu Takano. And when DOS now as you say, happy or the okay, or the okay like that, happy. And this very DOS will also keep calm. Because why? They continue to count on Nnamdi Kanu. Let's continue to listen.
He was using to competing with Ria Odinga for Kenya president.
Nnamdi Kanu was using the Posh Kayam to compete with Wale Odinga, who is a businessman that worth millions of dollars, who also contests as a president, who gave Uhuru Kenyatta a tough time. And finally, the same vehicle, Posh Kayam, was also sold to a politician. I think Wale Odinga also bought the Posh Kayam. Nnamdi Kanu Dabatana Club, K1 night club. Ana pronounce, ana dance mad out na. No na there. How unagama? But see a full video Nnamdi Kanu. Some of you may know hope. Una agwa bikwena. Don't quit. Don't quit. Because some of you are asking for this evidence. Where you have okay, this is like this. You want to don't quit. This is not the time to quit. For the sake of those who has been slaughtered. We must finish it and restore Biafra. We are not going back. According to Nnamdi Kanu, we are past the Rubicon. But Nnamdi Kanu was busy telling us those sweet ways. You ask Nnamdi Kanu, since you become the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, can you tell us one of achievements you have achieved? I said, he wake us up. He was preaching. Asked, were you sleeping? Were you sleeping? Is it Nnamdi Kanu that told you about Biafra? Probably yes. But no people like us. Was thinking did not even tell me about Biafra. My mom and my dad told me about Biafra. They lectured me about Biafra. What happened? If you still go to one of the deity in Okija, you are still going to find Egypt Air Force, jets that throw bomb in that Shiran. The jet come down. The bomb do not blow. Okay, man. So nothing Nnamdi Kanu. I know for you, Nnamdi Kanu is the one that tell you about Biafra. So that is the reason some of them say yes. We did not come for Biafra. They come to support Nnamdi Kanu for flamboyant life. You ask them, since Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, have you ever given Nnamdi Kanu $20,000? Why is it now that you discover that you want to support Nnamdi Kanu for flamboyant life? These are the miscreants we have in our midst. Let's continue to listen.
And what of 2 Audi? He shipped from UK to Kenya.
He bought 2 Audi. 2 Audi. The other one was collected by the baby mama. Because he want to show now, you know, the lady, if you see the lady is what to do. Even I like Mazi. He order another one. The same thing, the same color, everything. Nnamdi Kanu is coming to K1 nightclub as a pack. They will stop everybody. Nobody's entering. Till Nnamdi Kanu will enter. Whilst they're sighting Nnamdi Kanu, they will put that cross, that rope that they used to demarcate. If you go to club, they will put that rope, that red, black, mix up. Tell you, close. Now in car, they don't see you. They don't shut down the gate. They don't care how many people that is there. The bouncers will come and say people to move. Separate people. Oh, you don't know the kind of... Nnamdi Kanu was enjoying what they call VVVVVIP. Oh yeah, Kono Zineche Tazini Mengana, na say, na agwa politicians. Ebi anosalo ejimako right to this politician. Ngwa maso right to this politician. Tell them to go and campaign for my release. Because Nnamdi Kanu have seen life at old age. He begin to enjoy life at old age. What do you expect from a baba? A man that was a baba. A man that was agent who searched for house for people. In United Kingdom, they call them consultants. That is what you were hearing from Nnamdi Kanu. I consult white people for a living. In this UG, I am an agent in Achotande Madonna. Ichi go no na UK. Or Chotara go no go, or percentage ya. Ichi rent no na UK. Or Chotara go no rent ya, or percentage ya. That is the job of Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason. Go back to when he was campaigning for one Nigeria. One campaigning for one Nigeria. Abe me interview. He a focus dress ya. That is baba dressing or dress reba. There is no money to live this life. Only be that in na UK o. Obere you gotta go. Ona katokwa puo. Je gbachara. You gotta go. Mana na ego biara. He can't live that kind of life in UK. The only way he can live that kind of life is Africa soil. Not South Africa, not Namibia, not Botswana, not Chise. All those people that are close to South Africa that has law. No. It must be a typical black Africa country where your money solve all the issue. You can take a 15 years girl to your room in a hotel, have a time, they don't give a damn, your money is the one speaking. Right? It don't happen in Ghana. Yeah? It don't happen in Ghana. Once you have money, you go to the family, you say you love their daughter, they will go and get a document to back up the lady, that the lady say love you. So nothing concern government, whether the girl now is 15 years. The family must approve it. So Nnamdi Kanu is now living a life. So when you remember the kind of life he was living in Ethiopia, from Ethiopia to Kenya, he said, hi, now wow, Alo Ejimako, go and meet politician. Go and write to this person. And I want to ask these people who are asking for evidence. Alo Ejimako just give you evidence. How Nnamdi Kanu travel from Ethiopia to Kenya by road and suffer. Don't forget the same Alo Ejimako granted interview and tell you how Nnamdi Kanu fly from Ethiopia, landed in Kenya, due process, that Nnamdi Kanu do not come into Kenya illegally. ifere megbuo unu. Onye nkuzi esi where is evidence? Ị na-eje ajụ ala eji maka si ihe o kwuru eziokwu. Na nke o kwuru before na ọ sị na Nnamdi Kanu land in Kenya. Ọ kpọrọ afọ airport ọ land. The airport of the one that was built by the Keta father, right? Holland. Suddenly, 2026, Osise no road with his poor Ethiopia driver. You see, Ase, black. Or they will wait. Let's continue to listen.
What the 2 apartment he bought in Kilimani, Nairobi, and one for his
2 apartment he bought in Kilimani, Nairobi. 2 apartment is different from the building he bought. 2 apartment he bought is different from the building of $600,000 US. Iyobo ojiego IPOB emog. Ụmụnwaanyị ejiri ike na-emeri ya ọkụ. Ego IPOB ka o ji aza too much money. Money na water. Hey.
side chick. What of the house he bought for the side chick and her mother in Nakuruma, Kenya, where
the house is bought for his baby mama, side chick, in Nakuruma, Kenya. Nnamdi Kanu has about 4 properties in Kenya. 2 are flats. The other 2 are buildings. The one he bought for the side chick mother are buildings. The one he bought for himself is another building. Money na water. Nnamdi. How can you want to say money na water? Now about Kubana sheep priest. But a Kubana sheep priest don't get money. Money na water leader. Money na water. Oneko. Ofwesizi aka n'ala. If we are born here, they reach na press kanya and a mepere ador with Fendi. Ori to ogije. Eh? Hey, imana tolo na pano guy na. Ogije. Eh? Hey, ego riense. Money shop shit. Money stop nonsense. Ego ọha ka Nnamdi Kanu bụzi omere ọha, omere ndị Kenya, omere ndị Chises, omere ndị Kinved, omere ndị Rwanda, omere ndị Tanzania, omere ndị Switzerland, omere ndị Singapore, ndị mmadụ na-anwụ. Ị na-emere ọha. Ekene gị nna m dịsị ike. Nke mere jụọ oyi ime ọzọ. Irigide si oke ka ihe mmemme na Nigeria bịanụ m ebe a bịanụ ka bịanụ kpọrọ m ngwa US na arụchago m with you people ka m webata n'ọda US na ngwa Nigeria kwefuga ewebata n'ọda US na ụnụ ya hapụkwa m na ka nna chi ga-aba aka jesabakwa ha isi. Onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the last bus stop.
the lady is currently hiding any time he has problem with Nnamdi? What of the house he bought for the Ethiopia girlfriend and the car?
What about the house he bought for the Ethiopia girlfriend and the car? You know, evidence I want you. All the sometimes not as negative evidence. Can't you quit? And say quit. I remember Ikonso. I remember Mbo Massacre. Iguacha. Aba High School. I remember our brothers and sisters languishing in Wawa barrack, in different barrack in the zoo. And say, no, something must kill a man. The reason Nnamdi Kanu was using private jet to go to Ethiopia, this is the reason. The reason he was using private jet to go to Ethiopia is because of the lady in Ethiopia, Ogorono. If we ain't in Ethiopia, even in Ethiopia na Adiocha. If you, I was landed in Ethiopia and Addis Ababa when I was going to Seychelles contract. I was going to play for St. Louis. There's football club called St. Louis and St. Michael. That is the two clubs that was my target. Another in Ethiopia, I have a night there. The next day we'll continue our journey. Can motor boy na eh? Motor boy is in our hotel. Abagaba be ti I go dibo ka bu sister hotel. Ka na aga mo na one guy Oyibo. One Yoruba guy. Plus 3 lady. Ye you be able to that bo very na the coma jeep. I used to see it. And when I got to go in, or some now on Mazi of Bondorona. Some Mazi and Cardi come on me. Oh, the lady, the hour, brother, what I'm. Someone now, I can buy a pen and I general. I get my own boy. Or somebody very careful. Now, some woman wine on their back. Bondoro. Now, by flight. So alarm is in a transit. I show you hana anine yano. If you na ma drug or nasiage gogniji, your BTA. Oh, that guy when you be able to buy me. The guy be Obi Zambia. Zambia. On a zoom one on Zambia. Oh, you're narrow. Too much money. Here, Ethiopia, Maka. Then country now, but now they can't choose them. So what has your Tanzania and been Ethiopia? What are Rwanda on Igbo? Almost shopping mall. I'm Nnamdi Kanu Amana na Kenya. On a private jet from Kenya to Ethiopia, there was a club. Ethiopian government man go come there, you know that's now. So land their stamp for you in British passport. Now you have put tomorrow morning. I land there this morning. No good and call you you Gigi Haga Club or C Club or Bata go to Orisha Moti Brukia straight to airport. Oti pilot in a hotel, a pilot annoying. Rawora. Hey, Odi going hardy. Eh? Obi Kubana. Hari area. Nnamdi Kanu really go as the richest man on this planet Earth. Ego sought to grow out to K1 nightclub. One day in a row about which he had in a warning. In case of mother, you give this Fendi cloth, picture abia. Seen by him, the man. Man, you don't another information, man, you know, the mutia. Nnamdi Kanu feel na come and cause. Come, madam, the knee. Mother now, just a mother, I should make club now. If they meet here, see him back. So to get information that Nnamdi Kanu was going to that club is very, very available, very cheap. By going to the club, enter. Don't ask banks anything. Don't ask those people that serve. That's waiters. Don't ask them anything. Wait for people that come into the club, guests, boys, and call them that you buy them drink. Buy them drink. And I say, this man, he's always coming to this club. It has been a long time that I saw this man. How they will tell you, do you know the man? Say, yeah, I know he used to be my friend. We see, now the man, where this man is eating, chopping money, no be small. The way he spend money. It's like he have the machine that manufacture money. You know, Chaya, don't go and get BPO. You must be strong. That we have learned a lesson. Only, and I'm saying that Walo Denga contesting for President Diego. Be at the club, a meshia, I'll be at the club. Nnamdi Kanu na be at Afọ Anamotia. And a meshia. Direct. We must continue. Let's continue with the audio, please. Let's continue with the audio.
He bought for her with IPOB money. Are we going to recover them? What his lives stay in Seychelles, Kigali and
He bought a house in Kigali, Rwanda. Kigali is the capital of Rwanda. And Seychelles. Ndị politician mere odi ya. Ndị politician mere ya. Mba. Nnamdi Kanu nwụrụ different chic in different country. Iburu Nnamdi Kanu side chic. Ihe ogoro uno na Kemved. O nwụrụ nwaanyị na Kemved. Ịma na Adam Oshomole na anụ onye Kemved. Ekwe nwere idea. Nnamdi Kanu nwụrụ onye Seychelles as a girlfriend. Also, o nwere onye Rwanda as a girlfriend. Abata o ji ego uno. Mana bụ ọbịa ebe a, ọ bụrụ ebe ọ ya anọ. And ọ na-ego uno ụmụazị. Ihe ọ na-ego bụ uno from $600,000. Let's continue to listen.
Tanzania. Since he wants us to recover asset, what of IPOB fund in Germany, the one he banked in Switzerland?
Since Nnamdi Kanu wants us to be recovering assets, what about IPOB fund in Germany, the one he banked in Switzerland? You know how Nnamdi Kanu condemned politicians who were backing money in Switzerland? Today, Nnamdi Kanu is one of those who also bank indigenous people of Biafra money in Switzerland. Ụmụnnem, ọ dị mma. Unasi ayekunia na ekwuo ya adịrọ mma na Nnamdi Kanu maka na Nnamdi Kanu. Every one of us should not talk about it. Die nse. Ịnụgo? Ọ bụ na ọnwụ bụ onye nwụrụ na njem a. Ọ nwere ka ya hapụ. But because innocent Biafrans has been slaughtered under IPOB, innocent Biafrans in Biafra land, their houses have been set ablaze. Some of them have no home. Some of them flee their houses for the sake of IPOB. They are homeless. And you don't want us to talk about it? Why? Because it involved Nnamdi Kanu. Since it involved Nnamdi Kanu, let's forget about it.
Switzerland and Singapore. What of IPIB fund in USA? We must recover all those assets.
We must recover every IPOB assets in the custody of Nnamdi Kanu. Singapore, USA, Switzerland, Cape Verde Island, Seychelles Island, Tanzania, Rwanda, Ethiopia, Kenya, including the one that the in-law bought in Czech Republic. The in-law of Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, master prophet. It's not working in Germany. In Czech, that bought no less than 500,000. Nnamdi has a house in Germany that he bought. Are we going to say because of it concerns Nnamdi Kanu, let bygone be bygone? Is here the kwaguma? Get him abu bygone. Eh? I wonder some people that thought they have sense. I thought they have sense, so I never know they don't have sense. They will tell you that even though Nnamdi Kanu eat all the money, but Nnamdi Kanu have opened our eyes. You ask the person, were you blind before? Is it Urugu? We are telling you that people has been slaughtered. They are no more. They are not coming back. People's house have been set ablaze. You are telling us that Nnamdi Kanu eat the money that belongs to a movement, a country, a nation, that we should forget about it, that we were blind before. That are the kind of people you have in this struggle. There are many. Once they speak, you know where they are coming from. Look at the current charlatans lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu. Look at them. These are people that send Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. Up till today, Nnamdi Kanu refused to sack them. What does that tell you? Because why? They have the secret of Nnamdi Kanu and they will publish it. That's why Aloy Ejimako said, if I open my mouth and talk, IPOB will scatter. These are the part of information that Aloy Ejimako want to give you. We are giving you free of charge. We are giving you for you to know, for you to remain resolute. There's no backing down. The only solution is Biafra. You ask a question, since if you want to be part of the program, you can send your request, please. Send your request, I will bring you on board to the program. If you want to be part of the program, don't call my line. No internet, so I can't receive call. You can only send your request. Let me bring you into the program, and you contribute your own. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Send your request. You ask, is that the kind of Biafra we want to restore? A Biafra that will look like Nigeria. No, a Yoruba person. Crucify him. No crucify him. Because it's Nnamdi Kanu, don't crucify him. Once is Hope Uzodinma, Will Obiano, crucify them. Once is for example, is a member of the ESA, yes, crucify them. And if they ask you, can you tell me one tangible thing that Nnamdi Kanu has done since money begin to pump into IPOB? Don't forget that Nnamdi Kanu once told Wazirike to step aside and give him 18 months. If he did not restore Biafra, he will hang himself publicly in Biafra land. Do you now see where that step aside come from, Simon Ekpa? Do you now see where Simon Ekpa introduced step aside? Do you see it? I'm going to play this audio back and try to bring some things into the program before we continue.
MNK is talking of asset recovery. I hope we are going to recover the house that worth over $600,000 he bought in Kenya, furnished with over $150,000. I hope we are going to recover the Porsche Cayenne 2021 model he was using to competing with Ria Odinga. For Kenya President what of 2 Audi, he shipped from UK to Kenya. What the 2 apartment he bought in Kilimani, Nairobi and 1 for his aide chick. What of the house he bought for the side chick and her mother in Nakuruma, Kenya, where the lady is currently hiding any time he has problem with Nnamdi? What of the house he bought for the Ethiopia girlfriend and the car he bought for her with IPOB money? Are we going to recover them? What his lives stay in Seychelles, Kigali and Tanzania? Since he want us to recover asset, what of IPOB fund in Germany, the one he banked in Switzerland and Singapore? What of IPIB fund in USA? We must recover all those assets.
Are we going to recover all these assets first? Look at how money that belongs to a group, a nation, was spent by an individual. Look at how Nnamdi Kanu lavished indigenous people of Biafra funds for a flamboyant life. All these are part of the lobby. You hear, there are no lobby firm anywhere. The lobby firm are properties. The lobby firm you have been hearing for years are property from Seychelles to Kenya to Ethiopia to Tanzania to Rwanda to Kenya. These are the lobby firm. When they can always come tell you about lobby firm, we are spending money in lobby firm. He was busy acquiring property from different women from different countries. He has a house in Seychelles, meaning he has a Seychelles girlfriend. He has a house in Kenya, meaning he has a Kenya girlfriend. He has a house in Tanzania, meaning he has a Tanzanian girlfriend. He has a house in Rwanda, he has a Rwanda girlfriend. He has a house in Ethiopia, he has an Ethiopian girlfriend. He has a house in Kenya, he has a Kenyan girlfriend. Do you see Messiah to be the kind of life the Messiah to be live? Do you see the kind of life that a man that everybody trusted so much, that people are ready to lay their life for the sake of this man? And those that lay their life for the sake of Nnamdi Kanu, whatever it is this very minute, they are weeping. Even though they have seen this kind of lifestyle many years ago, where they were late. They decided to see it because they are spirit. They say, wow, is it what we die for? Can we revive the clock back? And they say, no, you are here, you are here. Dead and living has nothing in common. You are not coming back. This is the man that people are ready to take bullets on behalf of this man. All roads lead to Afaruku Beko. Men and women from Anambra, men and women from Imo, men and women from Ebonyi, men and women from Enugu, men and women from Bayelsa, men and women from Calabar, men and women from Delta. We are trooping to Afariku Ibeko to go and collect bullets on behalf of ingrate leader called Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu used the money that belonged to IPOB to invest in no less than 9 countries all over the world. And he said pastors are criminals. Pastors are thieves. Pastors are liars. Pastors are deceivers. Nnamdi Kanu, is he not worse than the pastors now? Nnamdi Kanu, is he not worse than Adeboye? Nnamdi Kanu, is he not worse than Mountain of Fire? Nnamdi Kanu, is he not worse than every politician in Biafra land, including Hope Uzodinma that had massacred Biafrans? Why? Because Nnamdi Kanu also sent his brother to Hope Uzodinma to go and beg for money. You ask, can you tell me what Nnamdi Kanu is using this money that is collecting from every politician? Can you tell me what he's doing with it? He's spending it in the ways of women. This show of myself is terrible. We don't need to blame ourselves. We don't need to blame ourselves. You correct mistake once. The next thing, you correct your mistake. That is the reason we have already sacked Nnamdi Kanu. He's a ex-leader, and he tried to lead the UB. Because why? Nnamdi can never repent. Nnamdi Kanu can never change. Nnamdi Kanu, especially Nnamdi, change. You are a dreamer and continue to dream. For Nnamdi Kanu to change, he said, let's destroy everything. If you know your family member has been slaughtered for the sake of IPOB, I want you to remain resolute. I want you to remain focused. If you know you are out for Biafra, you are not out for Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu can never guarantee your freedom. The only thing that will guarantee your freedom is Biafra. I want you to remain resolute. I want you to remain focused. These are the part of the things we must witness in our time. A man that will trust it too much. A man that people are ready to die for. A man that people are ready to take bullet for is the one who has already abandoned the people. He look at the death of innocent Biafrans. He mock them and he pours spit upon their deaths and say their death is ignorant, meaning they are useless. That is the statement that is coming from Nnamdi Kanu. That's why when Nnamdi Kanu was outside, do you ever see Nnamdi Kanu push for any Biafran to be released? No. Do you ever see that when Nnamdi Kanu was outside, some Biafrans, IPOB members was released? No. Because Nnamdi Kanu the money. The way this money is where you present a beautiful lady, a beautiful young girl, very fair in complexion. Yes, money will come outside. The only way to eat the money of IPOB from Nnamdi Kanu, you must present a beautiful lady underage, 15, 16, 17, 18. He can manage 20 to 22. But the main focus are 15, 16, 17, 18. Ndị nwụrụ na njem ahụ, unu arahụkwa n'ụra ahụ, unu ekwena ka emegide ya sisa IPOB. Unu ekwena. Don't sleep. Continue to fight in spirit world. Now, let me bring the in-law of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the program.
Prophet, I am sending this message, and that's understanding I got from the Supreme Commander, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go and delete the other IPOB radio you have on your platform that was there before the rendition. Delete it. Delete this. Go and upload this new one. Now go to Canon's page. You will see it. I've also uploaded it on my phone. There are now a new IPOB radio that is with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The old one.
Master Prophet says, go and delete IPOB radio that is in your phone, that old radio. That this is an order I got from Nnamdi Kanu because one year was supreme. And I was supreme, he did make a one age there. Why I okay, remember, okay, you want to set up with one what here. When Master Prophet said this, what was the response of Nnamdi Kanu? He said, yes, I will destroy it. Today, Nnamdi Kanu could not be able to destroy Radio Biafra. He's not coming back to claim to be owner of Radio Biafra. It's part of the assets that Nnamdi Kanu wants to recover. Right? What was the response of Nnamdi Kanu's siblings? They never respond because they thought Master Prophet giving this order, people are going to buy into it. So Nnamdi Kanu, I know you are watching me. Go to the radio you authorize your brothers to open. You already have your radio. Go there and continue your propaganda. If you finally be set free by Nigeria government, that is going to come in the name of amnesty. If you will come, but at this very critical time, the Nigeria government understand that you are not in charge of IPOB anymore. So I don't know what will happen, but my prayer is for us to restore Biafra so we can come and get you out, so you face your sins you have committed against indigenous people of Biafra.
Breaking news. IPOB Directorate of State disowns armed group claiming to be ESN. The Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra has publicly distanced itself from a viral video circulating on social media. In the video, armed individuals claim to represent the Eastern Security Network while issuing threats against Biafrans. In an official press statement, the IPOB leadership described the individuals in the video as criminal gangs and militants. They stated these groups have no affiliation whatsoever to either the ESN or the IPOB self-determination movement. According to the DOS, the video is a deliberate attempt to damage the reputation of the ESN. The ESN is described as a disciplined security outfit operating under strict command and rigorous standards. The statement emphasized that the ESN does not operate any social media accounts. All official communications are released exclusively through official IPOB leadership channels. The Directorate reaffirmed that the ESN rejects intimidation, harassment, and all forms of human rights abuses. Any group using the ESN name to threaten civilians is fraudulent and acting to undermine their objectives. The leadership strongly condemned all acts of violence and threats directed at Biafrans or peaceful residents. They allege that such groups are proxy militias established to discredit the ESN. The statement concluded with a call for the public to disregard the claims made in the viral video. Rely only on official IPOB communication channels for authentic information. Signed, Dr. C. Okadigbo, DOS Press Secretary.
That is it. Anybody parading gun in the land of Biafra is not an ESN. These are the agents of Kanu family. Very, very soon I'm going to be signing out in short minutes. I'm going to be signing out from this very broadcast. Let's bring the in-law of Nnamdi Kanu as a lament.
Donald Trump ya bela mmeso. Ebru ma amụma na 2000.
Ọ bụrụ nke a onye mee arrange gbata ndị mmadụ bụrụ klọch I don't clutch your fool.
Ọ sị na ya bụrụ mmadụ na tụrụ mezuo mgbe a na-achọ iji nwaanyị tọrọ Nnamdi Kanu ka ebe ị nọ ị nwụrụ anwụ mgbe a na-achọ ijiri nwaanyị bụrụ ọgọ nwoke nwaanyị esetịrị otu na ụmụ nwaanyị bunye ya elu wee were na-arata ya Afrịka ka ebe ị nọ ụmụ anụ ọhịa. It's very, very funny that what led to the rendition of Nnamdi Kanu. How it was rendition because of woman. Very, very sad. Biafrans, I think we have come to the end of this very broadcast. I don't want it to be long. We must continue. I have a lot of video to play here, but not on this very program. But I'm going to be playing it on my next program maybe later tomorrow. So before I sign out, let's bring Ofoko to the program.
What is going on is that Kanu Kislezebilo is determined and playing everything within his own power to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Osina Omahon Nieme, that is it. I challenge Kislezebilo. Put a bomb over Janaka. You know, we have idea. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Danakona can deal one on Kenya. What is going on is that Kanu Kislezebilo is determined and playing everything within his own power to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Osina Omahon Nieme, that is it. I challenge Kislezebilo. Put a bomb over Janaka. You know, we have idea. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Danakona can deal one on Kenya.
That is Okwozo Mozo Ndodikodia, and these are the bottom truth. At this very time, the video I just played now, the boy say he came from Anambra State. That is from Anambra State. That the mother and the father is from Anambra State. When he was busted, he said he's from Enugu State. When he was busted, now he says he's from Ebonyi State. Ndebonyi. Ndebonyi. Gorokwa ni si uno. Gorokwa ebo si uno. Amo ebo si. Those go to state where puta. Gazi and Ebonyi. Now Ndebonyi abanket. This is John Show Mushinek. I'm going to be signing out. I want to thank you for watching. The far remain that Nnamdi Kanu lavish IPOB funds in the ways of women. He used this very money to establish all kinds of side chic women in different countries where they come from. He set them up. He empowered them with thousands of dollars that belong to indigenous people of Biafra. After buying you a house, you and your family, he will set you up with business for just that thing you have. Unudike oha. Kana mana abu nwanyi. Kwa wana mabu nwanyi na. Nseduzu ya. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu. Ojionu. If we wanna we to be na brain. Man onwe to be na brain. No idea ndem mmadụ ka o ji aga. Ọ bụrụ onwe ya tobe na brain, na ka esi kidnap ọnụ ya ka nwatakịrị nwụrụ ya ka osisi anwụnata ebe ọ sị na ihe dị na sket ya ekwe ya. If you are a man, you don't want to leave something under skirt. You are a married man. You are your own. You are your own. Ye mere Nnamdi Kanu ya emekwa gị. It's the reality. Forget about I'm laughing. It's not laugh matter. If you are a man, you are in freedom fighter. You are in this very struggle. It's in the year happy wine. You know what you are not a single man. Nigeria government, Ọ bụkwa sọ Nnamdi Kanu ka anyị kinapụ wute ụmụ nwaanyị. Ndị aka anyị kinapụ dị ka aja. Enweghị ya na-agwa gị. Enweghị ya na-agwa gị. Before mebe ka mmakwa ya ka ọkwa. Ka ndị ya mara ihe mara ihe. Onye sizigwe na ya amụ ihe. It's left for you. But these are the facts. Since they can get the leader with a small girl, maybe they can get the rest of them because they believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the most smartest person. They never know that it's a lie. So you have men and women who are intelligent in IPOB. Just that Nnamdi Kanu was bold because him and onye chere izu oyi na the fast karịa ngewa ọ chọrọ izu oyi. Abema. Anybody that want to take anything that belongs to you is more smarter than you. It will be smarter than you to make sure you grab that thing that belongs to you. That is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu did to us. And he used Kanu to pass the message yesterday that if IPOB is a family business, and so what? And so what? Are we not the one that register it as a company? Huh? And so what? Since you know now, and so what? Since you are aware now, and so what? Since you find out, and so what? These are the statements of Kanu. And it's very sad that some people in our midst are still blind. They see these things in Kanu war. They don't see anything wrong in it. But they see Okija Biafra man. They say no, Kosha, our Messiah, our God, that is suffering for us. I don't like you ask. Am I the one that lured Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya? Did Nnamdi Kanu go to Kenya for the sake of IPOB, for the sake of Biafra? These are questions you need to ask yourself, and you stop being biased. That why Nnamdi Kanu finds himself in the hand of the Nigerian government is not the sake of Biafra that lured Nnamdi Kanu to condition where he is today. No. Why Nnamdi Kanu finds himself in that condition, number one, he continued to punish an innocent woman who has never done anything to Nnamdi Kanu. And the God of that very woman is fighting Nnamdi Kanu. The God of Lord Uchichukwu Kanu. Number two, Nnamdi Kanu deceiving millions of Biafrans, making away with their funds is another thing. Let me bring somebody in. Since I don't have internet for people to call, let me bring you in. I think Obinna, send your request back. Send your request back. You are out. Send your request back. If you are watching, send your request back. Let me give you this. Send your request back. Send your request back. Send your request back. Obinna, send your request back. If you are watching me, send your request back. Let me bring you on board. Let's have a conversation. So that is the reason that Nnamdi Kanu finds himself. That is the reason Nnamdi Kanu don't want anybody to ask him questions. Whenever he go, he come to their midst. But believe in me, Methuselah already recorded Nnamdi Kanu couples of time, and Methuselah has the audio keep for days of war. And the day that Nnamdi Kanu and Methuselah is going to be fighting, you are going to be hearing everything that I'm saying that Nnamdi Kanu have said in secret through Methuselah. The time is quite approaching, and we are going to see it. So, since our brother sent a request, I don't know why, I'm going to be signing out. Tomorrow is another day. We must continue for the sake of those who has paid the ultimate price for Biafra, who are no more today, and our brothers and sisters who are languishing in prisons. And the only thing that will save us in Nigeria is to restore Biafra. That is the only way we are going to escape this very calamity we are seeing today. So if you ask me, the only thing that Nnamdi Kanu did is to galvanize us together, bring us together by idea of people, idea of the first German national coordinator who bring the idea for IPOB to be having different countries, coordinators, zone. Somebody bring the idea. So these are people that mean well for the struggle. At this very Joshua Mushineke, thank you for watching and see you tomorrow in day one. Biafrans, it's very sad, but we must continue. Don't give up. Don't give up for the sake of those who has been slaughtered for Biafra. We are not giving up. The only thing we are doing is to call a spade a spade. Why you must continue to stand with this very institution that this very leadership have built. Are you aware that Nnamdi Kanu now, the current Sokoto, is telling them to talk about institution, institutionalize. Agwara gị Nnamdi Kanu nwe ofu mkpụrụ ihe tọgbu ya n'ụbụrụ. Ihe tọgbu ya n'ụbụrụ bụ copycopy.com. Copycopy ka ọ nọ. Iweta ha na idea ozuru ya or turn out to his own. This very leadership need your maximum support. Nnamdi Kanu can never give you freedom. That is the reason he has never taken Biafra to anywhere. The only way he take Biafra to is to the laps of different ladies. Lap of wine. Eba ka na-ewetara ya freedom. All lap wine ka na-achọ freedom. Nnamdi Kanu bụ first freedom fighter m fọrọ na-achọ freedom na lap wine. Ọ bụkwa na lap nwunye Donald Trump o nwunye Putin. Mba, na lap ndị Ethiopia, ndị Kenya, ndị Rwanda, ndị Tanzania, ndị Cape Verde, ndị Seychelles, ndị Singapore, ọ na lap ha ka Nnamdi Kanu na-achọtara ya Biafra. Amaghị m Biafra nọ n'ike. Ụmụ Chineke ka sign out. We must continue tomorrow. I want to appreciate you for watching.